Hey everybody, it's 6:05, week number 1. So shall we jump in? We shall. Hopefully you've already read through the syllabus. You've already gone through the Meet Your Instructor page, and on the Meet Your Instructor page I give you a nice overview of what this course is, also what this course is not. So if you've not watched this, I suggest you actually just, as my TK student would say, TO. TO! But he doesn't know it's a T, he's like, TO! And he'll just sometimes hit his hands together. So I will do a version of that and TO it. Look at the introduction for the course, and for me, I guess, and then hop back over here. Hi, welcome back to week number 1. That was fun. So, as you know, your first assignment, as far as like assignment 1 goes, is due week number 4. You have 2 discussion board tasks to do, and while the link in week 1 gets you directly to it, I actually recommend going to the left sidebar and then under course items, going to discussion board, right? If you want to keep this video going, because it's embedded side by side, if you right click on it, you can open a new tab. On Apple, in Chrome, you can command click, it'll open it in a new tab. So if you get there, it's gonna actually give you like a really good description of what that reflective journal is going to be, why you're doing it, how you're going to submit it, and how it kind of plays into the appendix. So I'm not gonna read it for you. You guys are big kids, but be sure and do that, because if you just click directly into the week 1 DB number 1, you actually don't get that that description. The description is just should answer all of the questions you have. If you've not taken a look at the Capstone Handbook in a while, please take a look at that. A handful of the questions I got at the end of 580 were actually in the Capstone Handbook. So be sure and read that, please. That is super helpful. So you're going to have every week your reflective journal. It says reflection journal. I always want to say aloud reflective journal. So it's reflection journal. If you hear me say reflective journal, just shake your head. Discussion board number 2 is where you will introduce your research to your classmates, and so I can give you kind of 4 points. Title for your project, take some time, and now that you're a ways into it, what is it? What isn't it? Is there a creative and academic title? Maybe there is. Giving us a quick overview of your topic, give us your research questions, your expected findings, a tiny bit of your literature so far, and then questions you have going into your project. So that is discussion board number 2. The rest of this is really just like the reason things are due week 4 is it's a lot of work. So definitely you do not want to just punt this until week 3. It will be very, very difficult to get things done. I almost wish it was like the assignment in chapter 4 was like part 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not, but in your brain, if that works for your brain, this is my brain. If it works for your brain, this is why I was always so bad and continue to be bad at charades. What is that? I don't know what that means. If it works for you, try and chunk that assignment that's going to be due in week 4 into kind of 4 parts. You definitely want to get a head start on that. There's some suggestions on the week 1 page about weekly tasks, looking at baseline data, getting ways to actually go through your anonymity for your students, not for yourself. You need to have your name so you get credit for it at some point somewhere. That was funnier in my head. I apologize. But anyway, it walks you through what you should be doing. There's also some readings, the chapter 3 of Bassett, and then chapter 7, 8, and 9 of the Efron text. So please take a look at all of those. And I think that's about it. Just if you've not looked ahead at what the lit review is going to be in week 4, it's a good chance at the bottom of the week 1 page it'll link you to that, so you know what is coming for the peer review, chapter 2, and then the submission of chapter 2 with the lit review. But again, those aren't due for a while, so definitely get going on that. That's it's a lot of research, it's a lot of synthesis, and if you're doing it well, and nearly everybody's doing a really, really good job with that, the annotated bibliography has shifted a bit. Sometimes it shifts a lot week to week. Sometimes it's just sort of gone a little bit sideways. Sometimes it's kind of gotten way bigger and way smaller. Regardless, the Lit Review is going to be actually starting to synthesize those, and so that's what's coming up. Happy week 1, and welcome to 605.